Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Real quick, let me turn the music down just a tad bit. Alright, so to fill you guys in on what's been going on, I'm currently in my senior year of college, so I've been working hard on my undergrad thesis. So I started that Total War playthrough, and I don't think I'm going to be able to end up finishing it for a different reason, but also just trying to find time to record my video games and put these up to YouTube and just dedicate that much time from my computer is a little hard to fit into my schedule often. Back to the Total War series, though, we are going to be giving that up because a couple updates happened to Total War, and basically my computer overheats like heck when I play Total War these days, and I don't want to tune down the graphics because the game looks gorgeous. I can play it normally when I'm not recording, but when I am recording, it's just too much process is happening, and it kind of freezes my computer up every once in a while. Mountain Blade does not do that though, and I have actually found a little bit of time to squeeze this into my schedule, and I've been playing it a little, so I thought I'd introduce it to you guys. Early on in this channel's history, we did some Mountain Blade Warband, which came out in like 2007 or something like that. Bannerlord came out this year, 2020, so this game is 13 years in the making. I remember being in like 6th grade or something like that when they first announced this. They posted like the initial screenshots, and man, was I excited for this game to come out. I didn't get that much time in this summer just because COVID and all that stuff. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start a new game here. If you remember what it looks like, basically it's like a medieval kind of RPG, sandboxy, story type of game. Um, and your ultimate goal is to rule the world. So, starting off, we get to choose our character's culture. Each of these cultures or factions have different benefits to it, such as the Vlandians. They are descendants of adventurers from the West who lived under the Empire for centuries before forming an independent kingdom. With the decline of imperial authority, they evolved into a well-organized feudal society led by a caste of warlike nobles who prefer to fight with spears and lances on horseback. And the bonus right there is in yellow or gold or green, I'm not sure, I'm colorblind. But it's 20% more upgrade XP to troops from battle. The Sturgeons, so these are Norsemen. They live up in the northern part of the map, and then you can read there to their Nord mercenaries and stuff like that. They get less speed penalty from snow. The Empire, this is kind of your center of the map faction, and it's actually fractured, and we'll get into that in a couple minutes here. But they get 20% construction speed to town projects, wall repairs, and siege engines. The Azurai caravans are cheaper to build, and they get 10% less trade penalty. The Khuzaits, these are sort of your steppe, like Mongol horde kind of people. Oh, the Azurai are like desert, like Persians almost, if I had to put it into real world. The Khuzaits are like Mongols, like I said, a horde. They have a ton of cavalry. Almost a whole Khuzait army is going to be like 100% cavalry. So they get bonus extra speed for horsemen on campaign map. Botanians, these are kind of like, I don't know, almost Britain, almost like German, I guess. But they're more of like a barbarian kind of faction. Not so much like barbarian, like Vikings kind of thing like that, but just like an old, yeah, I guess like a Germanic barbarian tribe almost. So they get less speed penalty in forests. And I think to start off, Vlandians is a good start. I think Empire is also pretty good. Like, these don't change your starting positions, they just change, it's just this bonus right here. I think I'm going to go with the Empire. Bonus construction speed to town projects, wall repairs, and siege engines. Next, time to build our character.
That is up! Glory!
Oh, okay, I like that voice. Let's get a nice Tanner build going.
Ball back! Look at him run! Stand fast! That is up!
How high can we make
Shields
this?
forward! Side by side!
That's fine. Height. So there is some bonuses. Height, you tend to use your weapons with more damage because you're a bigger build, and shorter, you're harder to hit, obviously. So we're just gonna go like right there, a little bit taller. Face. Let's hit the random on the face. Is that randomizing all of it? Dang it. Let's go back. Face. So we just want to randomize the face a bit. Okay, I don't like the markings. How do I get rid of these? And we will go, we just want to put nothing, no hair for right now, because we just want to work on the face. Sure. Some mystique about this man. Okay, I like that. Nose, nice and tiny. Okay, I don't like the shape of that. Okay, it's not gonna be the width. It's gonna be, is there like a nose definition? Okay, looks pretty alright. The nose, a sim. Whoa, I don't like that option. Nose shape. I mean, he can breathe through it, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's fine. Hair, okay. Long hair, like mine. Yeah. I'm colorblind. I think that's brown. I have highlight, like natural highlights in my hair. So that's the scruffy beard. Wow, Viking man. Go for the imperial, huh? There's the imperial. Yeah, that's a vibe. We'll just go for some sideburns. This is the most important part of character creation, by the way, is the facial hair aspect of it. This looks ugly. What is happening? It looks like it's painted on. Okay, we'll just go with no facial hair. Sounds good. Okay. So, I was born into a family. Okay, so on the right, these are some options that will decide my backstory, and these all have different effects on my initial skills. So, landlord's retainers, these are like, if my parents were like squires almost. I would get bonus to writing and bonus to polearm usage. Merchants, obviously that would affect trade and charm. So those kind of charisma skills. Freeholders, they're just landowners, so polearms, that would be like if I used a shovel or whatever. Athletics. Urban artisans, so crossbowmen and smithing. Foresters, so bowmen and scouting. And urban vagabonds would be throwing weapons and roguery. I think we're going to go Lord's Retainer just to get the writing up a bit. Yeah, we'll go Lord's Retainer. As a child, I was noted for leadership skills, my brawn, my attention to detail, my aptitude for numbers, so it'd be trade and engineering, my way with people, or my skill with horses. Let's go the way with people. Choose my adolescence. Like all village children, you helped out in the fields. You also herded the sheep, throwing weapons and athletics, worked in the village smithy, smithing and two-handed, repaired projects, so smithing and engineering, gathered herbs in the wild, medicine and scouting, hunted small game, bows and tactics, sold produce at the market. Let's go hunted small game. As a youngster growing up in Calradia, war was never too far away. You joined a commander's staff, so that's tactics and steward, trained with the cavalry, more riding and polearms, rode with the scouts, riding and bows, trained with the infantry, one-handed polearms, joined the skirmishers, one-handed in throwing. I'm going to say rode with the scouts, bows, and riding. Before you set out for a life adventure, your biggest achievement was I defeated an enemy in battle, I led a successful manhunt, I invested some money into land, I hunted a dangerous animal, I had a famous escapade in town, and I treated people well. Let's... I think I want to do famous escapade in town or treated people well. Let's go treated people well. Like many families in Calradia, your life was upended by war. Your home was ravaged by the passage of army after army. Eventually, you sold your property and set off with your father, mother, brother, and your 2 younger siblings to a new town you heard was safer. But you did not make it. Along the way, at the inn at which you were staying was attacked by raiders. Your parents were slain, and your 2 youngest siblings seized. But you and your brother survived because I subdued a raider. I drove them off with arrows. I rode off fast on a horse. I tricked the raiders, or I organized the travelers to break out. Leadership and charm. I drove them off with arrows, tactics, and archery, or I rode fast on a horse. Let's say I rode fast on a horse. Enter my name, Jordis. Okay. And let's keep it all on easy. Yeah. 2 extra, 1 extra. We'll go on easy there. Easy, easy, easy. Easy. Combat AI difficult. Easy. Enable all auto allocation of perks for members in your clan. Yes. Enable right side circle map notifications. Sure. Enable death in battle. No. Start game. Alright. And we're off. Brother, it's been 3 days now. We've been tracking those bastards. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. How are we going to rescue Phazos and Aaliyah? Are we up for a fight? We're going to skip the tutorial. Yes, I want to skip the tutorial. Alright then, let us split up and look for the little ones separately. I'll send a word if I find them before you do. One thing, brother, we want people to take us seriously. We may be leading men into battle soon. Let's give our family a name and a banner like the nobles do. Alright. Select your family name. Let's go. I don't know. I like Vane, because there's an old Mountain Blade Warband mod, and me, 3 guys and 2 girls made like a house clan thing there, and we call ourselves the Vane family. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Obviously the stag size is huge. Background color will be sure. And the stag color will be blue. Is that a cream color? Let's do it. Alright. And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going to end the episode here. So that was character creation. That was more of an episode like 0.5. I will see you guys with episode 1 in a hot minute. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you there.